going on, man? This is Ice Nigma.
Yeah, and this is T Nigma, and this is Enigmas Unchained.
They rolled back.
No. So remember, who initiated that? That was PlayStation 4. They initiated that. They were like, what the world are you doing that for? And then all of a sudden it just became big, and then Microsoft, all right, look, man, we're just playing. We're just playing. You know, we're just playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just calm down.
It's like Big Brother. Like you gonna bully my little brother?
Yeah,
you bully my little brother right here?
Yeah. And then they got mad at PlayStation 4 for saying you're welcome.
Right. See, the thing with Microsoft is, man, Microsoft, they do a great job of creating, and they've been doing this for a while. They do a great job of creating an illusion of value, an illusion of prestige. So what we've had, illusion of value. Okay, so let's break it down, right? So the biggest thing, I am a Game Pass owner, so I have the credentials to talk trash about this. So come see me. I also have Xbox Gamer Tag. So I don't say this from a position of out on the outside looking in. I'm on the inside. Holla at me.
We in there.
So, and I pay full price for Game Pass, so I'm also your superior in this. So the thing about Game Pass is, at Microsoft, there's an illusion of value. So, hey, I have these 50 games that I want you to play. This is your library. This is what I have gifted to you. 50 games that you normally wouldn't have played. I, Microsoft, your father, have given you these games because you are my son. All right. And so now you look at these games, and 3 of them are worth the purchase. And everybody's like, oh, well, if you play more than 2 games a year, it's $15 a month. It pays for itself. Okay. So the 3 games that are worth a damn are 90 years old. Fable, Wasteland's $40. What else was I playing on there? Pillars of Eternity, that's worth $40 as well. So in the grand scheme of things, I spent $100, right? Which is less than what Game Pass would cost me for a year. It's an illusion of value. And everybody's like, well, what about all the exclusives that we're going to get? Okay. You find me one and I'll play it now. You bring me Halo, I'll play it. You bring me Starfield, I'll play it. Yeah. But this is literally a void year. Once again, there's illusion of value. And then this other thing is everybody's like, well, it's a Game Pass game, so it's okay. So you're okay with paying for mediocre games because there's the illusion that you're receiving this title for free. Yeah. So Outriders, right? So let's look at Outriders. I think that's like the biggest Game Pass game. Right? Outriders is mediocre. I have never seen a developer take a game and destroy that game in such a way. You can't connect to it. And this is another concept that Randy Pitchford came up with. Shout out to you, big dog. Which is crazy that you punched that dude in the face. You didn't get sued for it, but that's neither here nor there. Let's nerf characters in this game for no absolute reason, because it's not like it's a PvP game. Let's learn from them because they're killing monsters so fast. So I'm a tank, right? I forget the name of the thing. Enforcer, Devastator. I don't know. It's a throwaway title at this point. So you're playing a tank and you're getting shredded in 0.3 seconds.
Yeah.
The other characters get shredded in 0.25 seconds. So you're slightly better, but you're still getting destroyed. You offer no value to your team. And the value that you did offer, there's like, oh, well, you're too strong. Let's cut it down a little bit. What's the point, man? Like, it's shovelware at this point. Like, you ruined and butchered this game. And Game Pass is littered with that. Littered with it. It's an illusion of value. It's illusion of value. And everybody's like, I think Bobby brought it up when we talk about Sony guys and stuff like that, is that Sony fans always talk about exclusives. Mm-hmm. They're always talking about exclusives. That's what you hang your hat on. Well, at the end of the day, damn, you got to have something to give to somebody. You know, you're talking about exclusives. Okay, so the world is full of exclusives. What does Disney have as an exclusive? Marvel.
Exactly. They got Marvel. They got Pixar. And they ain't sharing none of them suckers, but for some reason, that's okay.
No, what does Saban have? The Power Rangers. That's a damn exclusive. Where you going to get that from?
No, go ahead, bro.
But that's the world, though. Like, if you walk out your house tomorrow when you get ready to go to work, there's nowhere that you're gonna go into that doesn't stream exclusive at some level.
Thank you.
Like McDonald's has the Big Mac, Burger King, the Whopper. Like this, if you go to the Chevrolet dealership, we got Chevrolet cars that you can't. You know, this is just how it works.
Yep.
Like, you know, and Microsoft knows this. Yeah. This is something Phil Spencer them know. Yep. It's just like how Matt would say, it's the illusion.
Yep.
So they sell the illusion to the buyer, so that the buyers think that you don't need it. Well, we don't really need exclusives, because you don't have any. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So that's why Phil Spencer. I mean, why would he say anything different? Like, you'd be a fool to be a business guy to come out and say, well, you do need them, but we don't have any. I mean, what would that do? Like, you know what I'm saying? So of course he's going to say what makes sense for the company.
Exactly.
You know.
But on the real though, like you processing that, you know what I'm saying? It's like when we were kids, it's like just make it remedial. When we were kids, there were certain houses you went to because exclusively they had a different meal that you liked.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Like on the real, like you was like, yo, such they gonna have pizza. You know what I'm saying? They always have pizza on Fridays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you was like, I'm gonna be at that house. You ain't nothing. So what? How the word of mama look? Oh, the other house saying, well, how dare she have pizza on Friday?
Oh, see, I don't want no macaroni. I want macaroni. I want pizza.
It doesn't, and it's crazy. Like Bobby, you said a mouthful, bro. Literally, the folks screaming this are the ones suffering because like that's like Toyota getting mad at Bugatti. It's like,
like you think about it, the Sony guys are trying to save them. Like, hey, cuz, wake up. Like bro, don't let them do you this way. Like, stop being like, don't you see? Yeah. Like, if you stop this, if you would have came out today along with the guys, like, it's one thing. It's nothing wrong with liking them.
Yeah.
So like, these guys like Xbox as a company, and I get it. It's American gaming. You should be proud of that. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Because if you go to school, this is more likely where you're going to be developing for. This is where you're going to be doing your gaming. You know, these are the companies you're going to be working for.
Yep.
Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. But that's the reason why you make them do better. You say, hey, you know what?
Exactly.
You need to do better.
Yeah.
Because you're not. You got Microsoft with trillions of dollars, and you act like you're not doing better. Like, something needs to stop here.
Yeah, well, that's also culture though, bro. So like literally I could go, because like we got, was it Fallout, Far Cry 6, Slime Rancher, then they had Sea of Thieves with Jack Sparrow, you know, Shredders, all the rest of these games, Atomic Heart, which I was like, what is this?
I'm kind of confused. I'm confused. You look okay.
I mean, like, I'm sorry for people that probably wanted more commentary on Far Cry 6, but it's an Ubisoft game, and that's enough said for me.
Well, you already played it.
So we've already played that game 17 times, so we're good.
Trust me.
Like, yeah. So, but Atomic Heart, you know, so reactions, because like that was weird. I was like, okay, it don't look bad, but it's just one of those situations like you, Microsoft don't understand. You know, I'm gonna put it like this: Microsoft wouldn't know how to woo a woman if given the opportunity, because they would probably be the one telling the person that they had a nice shirt. You see my nice shirt? This is a very nice shirt on me. To somebody they're interested in. And the person's like, nice shirt. Okay, all right, great. So what about you? What about you though? Look at my shirt. You know what I'm saying? I paid $50 for this shirt. You know, it's a nice shirt, right? Yeah, but tell me about you though. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, look at these shoes though. You know what I'm saying? Look at these shoes. You know, these are some nice shoes, right?
Alligators right here, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the person's still like, but I don't know nothing about you though. I mean, can you tell me something about you? It's like I can't tell you in 2021 what a Microsoft gamer is. Now we can joke and say, oh, you know, multiplayer, but even no. I'm talking about, we get to the core of it all now in 2021. What the freak is an Xbox gamer? Like, what is it? You know what I'm saying? It's like people, oh, they're gamers. I don't know. Because gamers actually have logic backing them. They're at least saying, all right, look now, you know what I'm saying? Let me get some extra information about this. And they demand it. You know what I'm saying? That is standard protocol for any customer at any place. You go to a restaurant, they don't give you no menu. That's
what I'm saying. Like, Microsoft is trying to paint like they're trying to tell me what the value is.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need for you to tell me anything. Like, you know, when I'm in a restaurant, I don't need the waitress telling me how good the food is. I'm gonna tell you because I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the problem. They're painting a picture that doesn't make sense. It's like you're trying to tell me like, well, Game Pass is such the value. You don't need to keep telling me that every day. You make it the value, and I
will validate it.
Right. Yeah. Matt should have told me on this podcast that it was a value.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? Like he had it, he bought it. Like you see, he paid full price for it.
Yeah.
Like, he should know. You know, I actually have it. Like, you know, it's on my PC, but you know, but hey. I didn't pay for it.
Same thing, man. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Well, he didn't pay for it though. He got in that deal. You know, he got in that deal.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm out here in the trenches though.
You're the only sucker on here, man.
The trenches. My bombs flying on my head, man.
You're the only sucker, bro. I'm sorry.
Microsoft owed me something. God dang it. You know, they need to fly me out there. Let me talk to Phil. Tell him how
you play, how you want to play. Like you trying, like you don't need to. I'm my own person. I don't need none of that. You just need to show me the games. Like you don't need to look like Trevor. They're trying to tell Trevor, a guy who likes single player, that you need to like this co-op. You need to like this multiplayer. Like Trevor don't want to hear that. Trevor wants to see what Trevor likes.
Miss me with all that. Yeah.
Right. You want to see what you like. That's why you game. Like, you know, like when you look at Nintendo, they're going to show you valid reasons to why you should own a Switch. So whether it be Pokemon, whether it be some JRPGs, whether it be some fun stuff like Mario Party, they're validating the value, the true value of the system. And you know, when you look at Xbox, you don't really see that in that way.
Yeah.
So what I see is diehard Xbox guys that's trying to validate themselves to prove to you why they actually are still on an Xbox system.
Yep.
And that's different.
And on top of that, like Matt was talking about a little bit earlier, you know, like there won't be any new Xbox gamers if they keep this going.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you'll have the old crowd. It's a WWE situation. Yeah, you'll have your old crowd watching, but they ain't no new audience.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like your new audience demo is too low. So yeah, you may catch a few people, but the rest of them go on PlayStation. You know, and it's messed up to the point where like when they show off, this is real messed up because I like had to explain this to one of the dudes. It's like a hardcore. I'm like, you need to like wake up when people say this to you. When you see them show a multiplayer game and people say, "Oh, that was a great advertisement for PlayStation," you've lost.
Hey. Well, you know,
you lost. Yeah.
Two things I'm gonna touch on. You know, what is an Xbox gamer? So initially, what an Xbox gamer was is Xbox gamers. At least for if you go to the X or you know the One and up, that's not a console for a single player. That's a lot of Xbox people you talk to have friends that are inside the ecosystem. Mm-hmm. At least 2 or 3 guys that they're hardcore that they play with all the time, or girls. Mm-hmm. So they're multiplayer focused. That's the aspect. And it was never really all the way like that, but Microsoft has did a good job of shaping them into that, which is a part of their grand business plan. Mm-hmm. So Microsoft they do a good job of seeing what somebody else has done and thinking, how can I make that better or generate me more money, right? So let's, for instance, look at the Stadia. Look at streaming games, even look at Netflix, how Netflix is pretty much the king of the hill in streaming. Yeah. That remains to be seen for how long. Microsoft wants an ecosystem that they're going to get you in, right? So the goal is at the moment, from what I've been reading, is, hey, they want to make TVs with like Xbox services built inside.
Don't they have the stick? No, I think I saw that.
No, that's for the Stadia. But actually, the Microsoft operating system is supposed to be built into the TV.
Okay.
But what they failed to do is what's the best way I could possibly say this? The net that they're designing or the net that they're weaving doesn't catch the people that they want. Mm-hmm. Right? Because, okay, so we're talking about putting Xbox into the TV. I sell TVs all day long, right? So every time somebody buys a TV or every time there's an operating system put inside a TV, there is a licensing fee. There's the fee LG, Sony, Samsung, Vizio, whoever has to pay Microsoft to utilize that operating system, unless they decide to give it away for free, which I doubt. Yeah, so when you pay for that licensing fee, that's going to put people what's the best way to say it? You're going to outprice your customers. You're going to outprice them because that TV, especially if you want to get it a certain way, is going to be at least $1,000, $899, $1,000. I doubt they'll have a budget one, right?
Yeah.
So already you're pricing out the people that you want. You're pricing them out. And they're against like, hey, okay, so if we price these people out of this and we just force them to buy a console, well, we're going to attract another set of buyers. A dude, or okay, let's just say 85% of the people who buy TVs or buy a set, they're older, they got dough. Just flat out. And they don't care about games.
Nope.
They want to watch movies. They want to watch what's on Roku. They want to watch what's on Netflix. They don't care about no damn.
You will come out better putting a 4K UHD in that sucker.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
They don't care about that stuff, man.
Yeah.
And then what they're trying to do now is, you know, and everybody's like, man, why is Sony always dominating, man? Why is somebody always dominating? Because there's a desire for a single player game. They're weaving a net to catch the wrong thing, which they're trying to get everybody into their ecosystem. But what's the best way I can say it? The gaps are so wide that everybody's just passing through.
Yeah.
Like they don't know exactly what they're doing, man. And, you know, it's run by a bunch of, you know, Phil just don't have it. He don't have the business acumen for it, man. He just don't have it. He just don't have it. There's no way that I look at these studios. There's no way I don't connect the talent with the money. There's no way I don't connect the product with the people. There's no way that I do what they're doing in the Xbox. There's no way I'm burning money, you know, with Game Pass. It's just they don't know how to run the business, man. And everybody's like, why are you so worried about the business aspect? Because it's literally trickling into their games, is making their games mediocre.
Yeah. I mean, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Well, I mean, you got to think about like this. Here's the embarrassing thing about all this. It's like, since they're that way, and this is what I took away from the conference, is that Microsoft put on an hour and 30-minute conference and basically boosted Sony's console sales.
You know what's real messed up? Just a quick break. PlayStation trended over Xbox during their own show. Right.
That's my point.
It don't make no sense. It's like
because anybody who's on the fence that wasn't like Microsoft basically killed themselves. They came out promoting this message about you need to be all digital, which is fine. So what you start creating is how would you say it? Like you got all these Sony guys, right? Or wherever you game at. And it's hard for you to leave now because over 7-8 years, you got this digital thing being pumped into everybody to where I done got $2,000 or $3,000 invested into my PlayStation.
Yeah.
So now it's harder for me to buy into an Xbox because I don't take my catalog with me.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Mm-hmm. So now gaming is an investment.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to actually show more because I'm invested. Whether I'm invested in trophies, whether I'm invested in other things. And then, so you got that going on. Then you got going on where Microsoft comes in and showcases, like how Matt would say, the different things they want to do. But since you don't have the output for it, you can't make it come into fruition.
Yeah.
So then Sony watches anything that Microsoft does that actually works. Sony wins because even if Game Pass does become successful, the moment Sony says here's the Sony Game Pass, then nobody buys the Xbox Game Pass.
Yep.
Because the games still win. Like the games are always going to win out.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? No matter how you spend this, if it's about putting operating systems and TVs and sticks, whose sticks do you think they're going to buy?
Yep.
They're going to buy Sony sticks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Until Microsoft can leave this mentality of like it's the reason why the Asians do better business because there's different ways to make money.
Yeah.
Like there's multiple ways. Like if you make a good game, like I was saying with 14, like 14 has just became, I don't know if you guys knew, but Final Fantasy 14 is the #1 selling MMO in the world now. It overtook World of Warcraft.
I mean, which makes sense to me because they have been the most consistent MMO
for years,
in the past like 4 years. Like they and Blizzard just eradicated themselves. I mean, they got too much going on. They got too much going on in their house right now.
Well, if they take these mentalities where it's like I said, I get you got to make money.
Yeah.
But it's like you can't run away your customers. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like you're there for the customer.
Yeah.
Just like Capcom learned that. Like Capcom was on this thing where like Capcom and Sega would be a perfect two different companies. Like you were asking things for Capcom that made sense, and Capcom was just like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yep.
But then they would show you stuff that they wanted to do. I'm like, which is cool if it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But the stuff they were showing you wasn't cool. So you're like, well, I'm not.
Resident Evil 6.
Right. This is my $60.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, you're gonna show me what I want to see, or I'm not gonna buy it. That's just how it works. You know what I'm saying? So
and look at Capcom now. Yeah. My goodness.
Can't miss.
Them suckers ain't missed yet. I'm like, they ain't missed since Street Fighter 5. Right. They've been on a roll. I mean, it's actually one of the best game of comebacks I've ever seen. I'm like, but all they did was just say, you know what, let's meet the customer halfway. Yeah. That's all they did. Because you think about it, they didn't do nothing phenomenal. They just said, well, everybody wants Monster Hunter on a system. Let's just put Monster Hunter in a system. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't do anything. It's like, if you like Microsoft, like even, what's the guy? Bluepoint. Like, we've been trying to pitch, we've been pitching Alan Wake forever, but Microsoft just don't want it. They can't out their mouth. Yep. So it's like, it's not the devs. It's just Microsoft. Like, they have this mentality that we're going to live and die by exactly what we want to do. Yep. If we can't do it this way, then we just won't be in the gaming industry. Yep.
Thank you. And if you look at the games, you know, if you, like you said, if you live and die by them, man, if you look at the games, okay, so off the top of my head, Flight Simulator, Halo Infinite, and Horizon 05. Now, Flight Simulator and Forza Horizon 5 it's enough, you know what I mean? It's enough, or that's a good foundation, man. That's enough to keep people in. That's enough to keep people like moving in the right direction and stuff like that, you know, because those games are focused on what they're doing and they do it like a great way, and they connected the money with the talent. You know, when you get a talent, the resources, this is what they do. This is what they output, man. But, you know, I don't know. Like when I watch this thing, man, when I watch this conference, I wanted so desperately for something to be different, but it's the same thing. Yep. It's the exact same thing. Nothing has changed, you know, and I don't want to, you know, I feel like we've been ragging on them, but Microsoft makes it so easy. You know, I feel like we're ragging on them, but you know, there's some good games I thought I saw, like Replaced. Like I thought Replaced looked good. Yeah, Replaced good. What was the other joint? You did Chronicle 100 Heroes and stuff like that. Yeah. Man, you know, that stuff looked good, but Microsoft didn't really like. That's what you lead with, man. Yeah, that's what you lead with. They
just threw it like it was. They threw it out, and then I mean, people gonna get mad at me for saying this, but I'm just keeping it because I like Outer Worlds 1. But this trailer for Outer Worlds 2 felt like they were poking at themselves for being trash. Yeah, they're like, we don't even know what the world name is. Yeah, we don't even know what the name of the. We don't even have a story yet.
But that's what I'm saying. Like these guys, these journalists, these guys, because they the one we see from the top. Yeah, they're saying like it's coming. So a year and a half. And they're looking at where things are at now, right? Mm-hmm. So they see Sony sitting around about 9-10 million, and then Microsoft is around 4.55 million. Yeah. So they say, well, it's close. What they don't realize is it's only close based off the shortage.
That's it.
You see what I'm saying? Like, if this thing
they can't make enough,
y'all don't have a year and a half. That's what Sony guys are kind of trying to tell them. Yep. And not when like even what we're doing now, we're not really ragging Microsoft. I'm just being honest, like you don't have that type of time. Like you don't have a year and a half because the moment this chip shortage goes away, and the moment the Microsoft Sony can put consoles consistently into stores,
they gone.
Dust.
We're talking about 1 million a week, easy.
Yeah, facts. I mean, like, and it's crazy. People are already saying this right now. Like I remember they showed a game. I can't remember what game it was they showed last week. And Cass was like, that'd be wonderful, Sony, and I'd buy it if you had a goddamn system in it. And people are, and it sounds sarcastic, but these people are serious. They're like, no, it was Ratchet Clank. It was Ratchet Clank. They was looking at Ratchet Clank. It's, that sounds real great, Sony, but I can't buy a doggone console. Give me a console. Right. You know, so when you got that with people, it's going to be mad dogs at the store. You know, so I'm talking like when they finally say, "Oh yeah, every single store is heavily stocked with PlayStation 5."
And man, they gonna be so scared to have them jokes in the store. They gonna be so scared to have them in the stores, bro. People gonna be fighting and getting shot.
Oh look, I mean, folks gonna be foaming at the mouth because this they like, now we want this sucker now. You know what I'm saying? And then you see people eating. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those situations where you see people just like Bobby get online like, yo, look at these screenshots. I'm sitting I'm looking at Bobby like, Bobby, you ain't supposed to be doing that, man. You know, you need to chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
come to your house, man.
Chill out, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no Akatsuki situation when you walk outside, but the suckers outside with black and red on. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, I mean, it's that situation right now where like Microsoft does not have 3 months. They don't because the jig is up.
Yeah, it's up.
Once we hit September, if they don't have a plan, if Microsoft pushes Halo again, thinking that they have time, which is probably going to happen, they're like, oh, you know, we're going to put Halo out in February of 2022. I'm just throwing it out there. It's a hypothetical that probably will happen.
And see, another thing as well.
This thing is done.
Another thing as well. There's no Hellblade, right?
No,
there's no Hellblade. There's no Hellblade. The Hellblade should have been ready to go 2021. I'm sorry. It should have been ready to roll. Same thing with
2021, bro.
2021. 2021.
You being real kind. That thing should have been.
Most of the games
came out first.
Most of the games they showed last year, they ain't even bring them back with no updates. We didn't see no update on Hellblade 2.
Oh, no
update on Fable.
Give me a second. Give me a second. I'm about to pull up the Xbox 2020 because you're right. Like there's no Fable. No Hellblade.
No Hellblade.
You know what I'm saying?
Val.
I see what you're doing, Google. I didn't ask you that. Google trying to block them. I'm like, nah, bro.
Like I said, they had that single player Phantasy Star that ain't dropped yet either. What they showed gameplay for that. That should have been ready for roll.
Should have been ready to go.
They got all this stuff, man. That should have been ready to go this year. Now, you know, everybody won't say the pandemic. Yo, I get it. But if Sony can get out Ratchet and Clank, you know, you need to look at your studios and reevaluate the money that you're investing in them. Are you connecting the money with the talent? Which the answer is no. Yeah. You are not.
And it's messed up too because of most of the stuff that they have, the studios that they have, mind you, they have some of the best freaking studios,
man. Best studios.
And you know, that was the thing that I said this at the end, like people were like, oh, you know, I said, look, I said, I will wait until they say out of their mouths that these games will be exclusive before I make an assumption. Because I was like, if they do decide to make it an exclusive, that doesn't mean that you won. It means that you lost.
Outer Worlds 2, you know, it's not like, you know, you said Outer Worlds 2 is good. It's not like Outer Worlds 1 has this a phenomenal track record.
No.
You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's like
it's a fun game. But once again, nobody can tell them what the game is about. It's the same problem.
Well, I mean,
It's just a goofy game. It's a goofy game that's fun. But when it comes to like the nitty gritty, it's got that MCU cheesy, you know, campy story, you know, where everything's a joke, nothing can be taken serious. And I'm like, that stuff gets old quick now. Can we please do something else? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's yeah.
You know, and then the same thing is like when you make things exclusive, it exposes you because you gotta stand on your own 2 feet. So you don't have, you know, you can't run that cross narrative where Game Pass is value and successful while at the same time it's selling on PlayStation.
Exactly.
You know, so now it's like, okay, if Game Pass is really going to be value, let's see how valuable it is.
Yep.
Because now Starfield is by itself. Like it sits there by itself without Sony helping it out on the back end. You know, how well does Elder Scrolls do? And I'll be honest with you guys, I don't even think Elder Scrolls is going to be exclusive because I think Elder Scrolls falls into that legacy thing to where I believe. Because I think, see, Microsoft is not stupid either. Because that's why, like, you think about it, Starfield is going next year, next year, and Starfield is going to dictate what becomes exclusive and what not. Because if Starfield doesn't do well and Xbox needs money, then Fallout and Elder Scrolls are going to be on PlayStation.
I mean, go, sorry, bro. Go ahead.
Because it's got to sell. Because
you got to make your money.
Because a lot of people don't realize that the contract, like even though they've been bought out, Bethesda still is their own entity.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So like they're still. It's not like they're absorbed by Microsoft.
Yeah,
they're just housed by Microsoft.
Yeah.
So a lot of this, so it's the way they contract is not like Bungie and Microsoft. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's one of them things where it's almost like you being a record label on Sony's major record label or Interscope, where you're still running your own business. You're just being published by another company.
Yeah.
So in the best interest, obviously, the Interscope, if you look at it from a music perspective, Interscope is going to pump money into, let's say, what was it? Aftermath. It's going to pump money into Aftermath, but Dr. Dre still has creative control over Aftermath Records.
Exactly.
So Bethesda is like, if this thing goes south,
they can be out.
Right, we can be out.
Yep.
Like you can't hold us here like that.
Yeah, and like setting that 7.5 that they had to spend and get them has already been paid off, so they can leave whenever they want to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's one of them situations where like I think I'm kind of half and half on that whole Elder Scrolls situation, only because it started out as a Microsoft exclusive. So that's the only reason why I'm kind of apprehensive about that, because they began as a Microsoft exclusive, and then I think PlayStation got it like, what was it, Morrowind? It was Oblivion. It was later. It was like Morrowind, Oblivion.
It was Oblivion because Morrowind was on the original Xbox.
Yeah, Xbox. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. True. So then Skyrim was the first quote unquote big, game.
Right.
For Elder Scrolls on, and it also was the worst for PlayStation 3 because they released the worst version for PS3.
They broke it, man.
You know what I'm saying? So which I think they did on purpose. I don't care nobody say. I think them did that. They're like, man, these dudes, man, we gonna.
I'm gonna be real with you guys, man. When it comes to Bethesda, and I think I talked about it last time we talked about this, about why the needle didn't move me. Period. Maybe we're the only people that see it, but Bethesda ain't a good studio, man.
No,
Bethesda ain't a good studio. They're not a good studio, and
they don't care.
So,
they don't care
you listen
about
to this,
that,
you'll
man.
hate me. You'll hate me. You'll be like, oh, Matt don't know what he talking about. That's fine. Have your opinion. But I'm an OG. I bought Game Pass full price. My opinion hold weight. You know what I mean? We talk about Dr. Dre. He called me before he dropped the Chronic. So I'm just talking about that. But no, it's just okay. So if you look at it, the only game they really made that was worth anything was Skyrim. If you go to Fallout 4 was a bad game. Fallout at best, on its best day, Fallout 4 is a 7. Fallout 4 is a 7. If you look at Wolfenstein was probably one of the best shooters for the 4 when it dropped. But what's my man? Todd Howard, Pete Hines or whatever, he didn't work on that joint. He really had no insight on that. No. And so he dropped Skyrim, and we allow him to drop Skyrim 90 times.
Yeah.
Skyrim came out 10 years ago.
10 years.
10 years ago. And you mean to tell me Starfield isn't ready? And it's like, well, we're going to restart Starfield on November 11th. Okay. Well, let me say that on this podcast. But but no, man, they don't have this record for us to give them this free pass, yo.
No, I mean, like
they just don't have it.
They have more reasons for us to distrust them in anything. So here's a list.
And I didn't even say Fallout 76.
This is what they showed last year. Okay, so they showed, because you remember they had to cancel the E3 joint, so they moved it to it was like July, August. So you had a Halo Infinite situation, Avowed. We didn't see Avowed. Fable. We didn't see Fable. Medium came out, didn't really do that well. Yeah, Everwild. What happened to Everwild?
Yeah.
Psychonauts. We saw that. Forza. Gunk. Nothing.
Well, Gunk is they still got Gunk coming out this year, I think.
Yeah, but they didn't even talk about it. Who knows this game is coming out? Yeah, that's a problem. Crossfire X. Don't even know what this game is.
Yeah, I forgot about that. We had a Crossfire X.
Yeah, tell me why. What happened to that game? State of Decay 3.
Oh yeah.
What happened to that, right?
This would have been a great show for State of Decay 3. Yeah. That would have turned this thing on his head. That would have been what did it.
You know what happened to State of Decay 3? You know what happened to it? You want me to tell you what happened to it? It was in the list. Back for Blood took his spot. That's what happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
So,
think about that. They threw away their own game for a WB game that WB apparently didn't even do a goddamn showcase about.
So State of Decay 2 is broken. I'm just gonna call that right now.
2 or 3?
State of Decay 3, yeah, it's broken.
Oh, yeah,
because that's the only reason why they don't show it.
Well, the second one was broke. So,
yeah, it's broken.
So it's just,
I mean, the idea of it's cool, but
yeah,
I mean, because they don't,
man.
Because it's like these companies have numbers, right? You know, that's the whole reason. This is the whole reason why, like, a lot of these companies don't like to show numbers anymore, get away from it, because like, we as people are smarter.
Yeah.
Like, so I'm not dumb by any means. So I know if Back 4 Blood is on Game Pass day one, that means the pre-orders on the Xbox was extremely low.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I mean, that's common sense.
And
like
9 times out of 10, Microsoft accepted a forward payment like they did for Outriders. Outriders had a forward payment that would compensate. Look, Microsoft had to compensate those people because they knew that they were not going to get those sales. So you have to put money in the pockets of the dev so the dev can release the game to a place where they know they're not going to make any money at. So that's how that situation works. You pay them for a certain amount of time. They give it to you because they know they're going to lose sales, and you're supposed to be compensating them for the sales with the promise of royalty. And that's what we see with Outright. That's why Square's not particularly upset, because they already got paid.
Yeah,
they don't care. Yeah, they got all their money.
Probably made more money that way than if they would have sold the game.
Absolute facts. Because after Angry Joe, I don't like Angry Joe, but after Angry Joe review, Angry Joe. Because he was ready for this game. But that Angry, I felt bad for him because this is the first time I felt bad for Angry Joe ever. Because he was so happy about this game. And when he turned the sucker on and he was like glitching out and ladders was disappearing, I was like, oh, this ain't good. You know, so.
The crazy thing, I had a review ready to go for Outriders, but I had went in it so hard, I didn't want to drop the joke. I didn't want to put that joke on my YouTube page. I don't want to be associated with hate. That's why I felt. That's what I feel like.
I be that way sometimes. Like, I be like, man, you know, I don't want that type of energy.
Man,
I don't want to be associated with hate. Man,
forget all that, yo. Associate me with hate if I'm real. This is like I'll be real. Like Microsoft Flight, like the flight simulator, look phenomenal. Which it should, because it's flight simulator. You know what I'm saying? Like, we already talked about Eildon, was it Eildon Chronicle? You know, so which is like a spiritual successor to Suikoden. That was my jam when I was younger, man. So I'm like, oh, that's fire. But that's on the lower card, and it got no time.
That could have stole the show, in my opinion. They could have spent 30 minutes talking about that.
They could have done something with that. But then we got Arcane coming out with this game called Redfall, and it's like some goofy Fortnite version of Vampire Hunters. And I was like, look, bro, all right, so here's my rant, okay? Because this is what Trevor is going to let it out. Because I've been waiting for this to say this, okay? I hate Fortnite. I've said that already, right? But I want you to understand this. They're the Jordan of our time, okay? And I'm not ashamed of actually calling that out. They're the ones who make the most money. They've been the ones that have consistently been on top for like the past 5 or 6 years. They're the Jordan of our time. Now here's the problem. Because Fortnite, Epic has been able to take a lazy formula and make billions of dollars. What we now see is all these goddamn clones.
Preach.
Right? It's just a bunch of doggone clones. Now, I looked at this game and I saw black folk, because I'm a black man. I'm just going to keep it at 100 with you. I saw this black girl, you know, her hair was phenomenal. Not going to say in front. Hair was phenomenal. And then she stood up and I said, God dang, this is Fortnite.
Yeah,
the moment she stood up, I was like, she looks just like a Fortnite character with a different skin. This is the problem with gaming. The problem with gaming I see now is the freaking laziness is taken over to the point where there's no real creative freedom outside of what you think is supposed to sell. Now, if that was the case, oh my goodness, if that was the case, we would have no games. Because everything would just look like Fortnite. Everything would look like Call of Duty, which that happened for a generation. We lived through that. Xbox 360 when it was raining, all we got was first shooter games that looked just like Call of Duty or Gears of War or Halo. Right? Yeah. And saying and there's this Redfall game. I was glad to see vampires. I said, okay, at least we ain't got zombies. And I was like, okay. I said, but then it's just all I heard was the MCU jokes. And like, here we go again with this MCU humor where it like has no meaning. It does no character building. Nobody's taking anything serious. There's a serious freaking thing happening right now, and all you got is jokes. And I'm just sick of this. I'm sick of this because, you know, I think it's so pervasive now in gaming that we can't even escape in gaming no more. Like we're the point now where we just gotta like just be okay with the fact that you didn't like the MCU, well I'm gonna give you more MCU. You didn't like this, I'm gonna give you more of that because this is Taika Waititi humor everywhere. It's not even quarantined to an MCU movie no more. It's in Star Wars. It's in freaking video games. It's in everything.
It's nonstop, man.
It's nonstop. I was excited for this game for 15 seconds. Once they showed the girl, she was flipping the pages with her hand without having touching the book. Okay, that's interesting. Then she stood up, and the dude made a comment. And he was like doing a video with his phone on the floor of a skeleton. I was like, done. It's Fortnite. I was like, I said it on Facebook, and people like, well, that doesn't mean that it looks bad. I'm like, it looks bad because it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing about Fortnite is that you when you get like Minecraft, Fortnite, Roblox and stuff, that has a formula. So even if you took Grand Theft Auto, right? The reason why kids like Grand Theft Auto is because the freedom just to do.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? The freedom just to like get in the cars and just ride around and have fun and laugh at each other. And that's the same kind of goofy fun Fortnite has. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, like there's a skill level to Fortnite. If you choose to go up Fortnite, it can be very hard and competitive. But most of the young kids that's playing it are not really playing it for that reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it became more of a cult thing to where if we was in school, it's just a thing to talk about. Like I got the minty pickaxe. Oh, me too. I got one too. I got a new dance. You getting the new skins, new season. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's more about collecting and showcasing than it is about playing the video game. So you can't really get those kids. And this is one of the things where I was saying about Game Pass. Going back to that, like who is Game Pass really for? Because in hindsight, it would be more for kids or parents that have kids. Because you like, well, during the summer, my kids are out. I don't have $60 and $70 every time a game comes out. Yeah. Here I can buy Game Pass and my kids can have games to play.
Yeah.
But you got to realize, but these kids don't want to play those games because those kids are already they have games that they're invested into and games that they want to play that's in a social space where they can talk about their games.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? And little Billy, because I call them little Billies, the little Billies don't seem to have a lack of funding because the little Billies come in, you know, they come shop and they spend $150 on Fortnite cards and Roblox cards.
Yeah,
that's their allowance. You're right.
That's it,
so they don't need the buffet of game
Shark cards, V-Bucks.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't need that.
They getting it in $200 a month. You know what I'm saying? Like on the real, I mean, I'm sitting over here like, yo, if I had this game in budget when I was a kid, yo, I'd be bad.
God dang,
man, can you imagine?
I probably wouldn't play on the Enders 20 though.
Bruh, Electronic Boutique would still be open if we had
wide open,
wide open in all America. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you right, man. You right.
Yeah, that's what everybody's trying to get. They're trying to get them on like, bro, like you can't get them.
No,
that market is already too late, right?
It's too late.
And then you got the adults that like that, and most of them are funneled more into Warzone, and Apex Legends.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. So that's why I keep saying like no matter how many of these multiplayer games you're making, don't get me wrong, Battlefield is fine because Battlefield has its place. Like people, it's already been established. Like so, Battlefield has like people still play Battlefield 1, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 4 and 3. So when 6 comes out, it still has a place. But as far as the new games, these new multiplayer games they're trying to make, I'm like, dude, these things are gonna be. It's just like that game called Blood Edge. That Microsoft put out a couple months ago.
That failed immediately. Yeah.
Right, and that's what's gonna happen to these because who's gonna play them? Like you got to ask yourself, who is gonna play these games?
Yeah,
because Billies, they're not coming off Fortnite, they're not coming off Apex Legends, they're not coming off Warzone, they're not coming off of because you're not leaving those games. Like the Destiny community for the most part is not leaving Destiny.
Solid, man.
Right, they're not.
Yeah.
You know, and so, you know, even Rainbow Six Siege has a community. That's what I'm saying. Like, you know, Sony is super smart for staying away from that because there's so many communities there's an Overwatch community, there's a Counter-Strike community, there's a PUBG community, there's a H1Z1 community, there's a Warface community. Like all these first-person shooters have a community, and you're trying to break into almost a community that's already established with about 20 games that people have invested thousands of dollars into. Like it just ain't
off that. Yeah,
right, they're not moving off that. Right.
Yeah.
You too invested.
Yeah. I mean, and folk are gonna fight for their investment. So and that's the thing. I mean, and of course they said the Microsoft mini fridge is coming. But yeah, yeah. So Square Enix had theirs, and this will be like literally very quick because they didn't really show anything. So it was Guardians of the Galaxy, aka Fortnite rescan. Spaceballs, Guardians of the Galaxy, because it was that same situation. People are like, well, I'm just glad to see a single player Marvel game. I don't need a single player Marvel game. I don't need a Marvel game. I just want a game.
Look, man. Look, I'm gonna be honest.
This joint, man, like really irritated me. I was like, why is this a thing? We've seen Avengers.
Yeah.
They gonna try. They gonna, like you said, they gonna do everything in their power to defend this game. But if you look at this game with any critical eye, the only thing that you can ascertain is that it's gonna be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I
had the art direction,
bro. I mean,
look at the art.
Yeah, it look like the people.
Did you see my Did you see my pictures? My Fortnite beside them, it looks just literally the Fortnite skin looks better. You lost, okay? They're saying that now. Here's the thing that bothers me though. Like so, we talked about how Groot had that Fortnite llama in his hand in one of the screenshots, and I was like, "What is this?" Okay, but it's a single player game where you can't swap between all the characters. Right now, at least from what they were saying, they say you only play as Star-Lord. Now, didn't they give us a worse version of Star-Lord, which is like Star-Lord, which is the latest version of Star-Lord. Like I'm like, this is the worst version of Star. This is the worst version you could have gave it. The character duration for Drax, I mean, look at that. It looks like somebody made it in 2005.
Man.
The
only good looking character, or at least like that looked like it was made for this generation, was Rocket. He's the only one.
Yeah, he looked pretty cool. Yeah,
he looked good. Like I was like, okay, well, Rocket looks like he was made in 2021. The rest of these characters, they came out by 2005, 2006. And it's like, we're just gonna keep these skins and throw them in the game. I was like, this is bad. So I'm this. They stayed on this for about 30 minutes. It felt like, right? And I saw the best meme that they had the Loki joke where he was in and Thor Ragnarok. And he was like, when he said, I've been falling for 15 minutes, they just changed it. I've been watching Guardians of the Galaxy for 15 minutes. And I'm like, why are we still watching this game? If it takes you this long to explain this game to me, we have a problem. This is Guardians of the Galaxy. We've got movies about it. We know who they are. You don't have to explain it to me. You don't have to get Bill Roseman, who is a phenomenal dude, by the way, but you don't have to get Bill Roseman to come in and tell me what this game is about. You could have had a 4-second blurb about this game and said, yo, we got Guardians of the Galaxy coming out. And it's coming out October 26th of this year, right? Show me a little bit of gameplay 4 or 5 minutes in. If it was good enough, people are sold for it. People still wasn't sold after 30 minutes of them talking about it. They were like,
Guardians of the Galaxy. At some point, Disney's got to go to Square Enix and say, y'all need to give me my money back because what they're shoveling out here to us, man. I don't know what happened to Crystal Dynamics. I just don't. Maybe somebody got fired. Maybe somebody quit, and we didn't realize who. But to put that out there and to say, hey, this is Guardians of the Galaxy, when WB is still technically making the Suicide Squad game and the Bat Family game, whatever the name is going to be, I can't remember.
Yeah.
And from those trailers, from what they showed me to this, it ain't. This ain't it, Chief.
No,
this ain't it.
It's like Square needs to stick to JRPGs and don't do nothing else. I mean, like just like no offense, no shade. They just need to stop. Stop trying to.
I don't know how much money they spent in that, but I know they could have put that towards Parasite Eve.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We could have got. We could have gotten multiple. We could have gotten a doggone Legend Dragoon out of all this foolishness that they keep doing, man. We could have had some fire. coming off the shelf. But apparently, no. Guess what else they spent money on? They spent money on Marvel's expansion into Wakanda. And the bet, you know, it's messed up. I said this, and Paul got mad at me. I was like, look, when the best part of your doggone the situation is Ohana Bomb, Make Way for the King, which that song never misses, okay? The song don't miss. When that's the best part about your trailer, you lost.
That's it, man.
Obama, like, so what you did, Ohana just got more hits. That's
yeah.
If vibranium doesn't belong to you, it belongs to Wakanda.
You know what I'm saying? It's messed up too, because like out of all the freaking villains, they keep going back to Claw. Now I get that in the original lore, that you know, just the comic book nerd in me. You know what I'm saying? The original lore is that, you know, Ulysses Claw was the reason why T'Chaka died in the original comic book. You know what I'm saying? He shielded his son from getting hit by a sonic blast. So he's kind of T'Challa's first villain. But he's one of the lamest villains. Right. He's a white dude with a sonic blast on his arm. That's all he is. And I'm like, out of all the villains you want to choose, you go with the least. This is MODOK all over again. You don't come up with no beautiful like Galactus. No, we can't do Galactus. But we'll give you MODOK.
Would have been a good time to introduce the Skrulls, actually.
Oh, dude, man. I mean, no, because they gotta have Carol for that. You know, so at least this new Marvel, we gotta have Carol Danvers for that. So like it's like this thing. It was underwhelming. And they even pick. They picking that black where you only want to sit on the throne because you want to show off your suit. I'm like, who says that to the king?
Yeah, the suit look nice, man. Yeah, I want to show it off.
You know, like who's saying that to me?
Yeah, I want to show it off.
I don't care if you're my little sister to the dungeon. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't talk to the king like that. But it just once again it's that Marvel joke situation. The suit. Honestly, I didn't like the suit because the suit has they got this weird
armor,
Black Panther emblem in his chest. I'm like, he never did that. That's gaudy. That's never been his suit. His suit was functional. So that joint just looks like some rehash. We just gonna throw it in there because it looks cool. I'm like, look, bro, this ain't gonna work, man. Like
this is what happens. Like I always say, when something gets too popular, you get invaded. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it becomes like, you know, hip hop in the 2000s, where it's like, and not from just the music aspect of it, but since it's popular, you get a lot of people coming into the business of it. Mm-hmm. Like guys that, you know, just like you go to school and you say, well, I'm a business, whatever. And it's like, well, hey, let me go work for this gaming company because they make a lot of money. Yeah. And then, but the person don't really play video games. Yeah. Like, so you start getting so many people in it to where the culture kind of gets lost in the shuffle, or in a gaming way, you say the creativity, you know, and then because like a lot of time when I listen to a lot of these guys, like I don't think we'll ever get really like, it's hard to get like the same argument I had like last year when I played Death Stranded. You know, and I went to Death Stranding, I played it, I watched the trailers and stuff, and I played the game. And I was like, and I told my friend, I said, you know, if this game would have came out on PS2, it would be like a classic, right? Yeah, fact. I like, this would be up there with Shadow Colossus and stuff. Yes. I like, this is really good. But since we live in a generation where most of the people who are like the ones that make the most noise are very casualized. Yep. So they don't really know what they wouldn't dare, and they don't really, because a lot of times these guys don't even play games like that. They don't like, you know, like a lot of people like I never played Kingdom Hearts, so I never played Shadow of Colossus. I never played, you know, games like that, but they got the loudest voice. You'd be amazed at how many of these cats actually don't even play the game at all. Like so there's a way for game journalists to defer gameplay, which means that if you have a person in the same household as you, if you can watch them play the game, that counts as a review. So on the real, like I'm not lying to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way for cats to actually like get a hell. Well, you know, I don't. You sit here and play this game with me. We know that's against the law. No, it's not, because it's suckers in the house with them. So what are you going to kick them out of their house because they're playing a freaking video game? Yeah, do you know how stupid that is? Yeah. You know, like, you think they're going to put a dude in jail for talking about it? No. Say, what proof does he have?
But he can't take no video. All he can do is talk. He can talk about it somewhere else, and we'll find him on Reddit, but nobody cares.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I can have another person in the same room as me play the game that I got for free. You know what I'm saying? And then I can write a review on that. I bet you most of them suckers are doing that. They don't play games.
Yeah, not like that.
No,
they don't play games, man. So that this whole thing is rigged. You know what I'm saying? Like so we got that. Then Hitman Sniper is a freaking mobile game. Final Fantasy 1 through 6 remastered mobile game, PC mobile.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you freaking tone deaf. You tone deaf.
I just don't
suckers.
get it, man. I don't get
tone
it. Tone
deaf, bro. I'm like, dude, out of cop 1 through 6 on console, easy.
$60. Here you go.
Take this money. $10 a pop. I will pay you for that. No, we're gonna put it on PC and mobile. I'm like, okay, Square.
We'll enter the chat. Well, y'all want to buy them? Yeah, we want to buy 1 through 6 for $59.99. You say?
Yeah.
Oh, say word. We was listening the whole time. They're like, man, I ain't appreciate what you said about Star Lord, but I already got 60.
There's a sucker on the other side. Talking about, take notes right there. Take notes.
How much you willing to spend?
Take notes. Y'all willing to pay $60?
Got it too.
$60.
Like my boy, Mikey Keith. That's like technically that's like $10 per Final Fantasy.
There you go.
Is that not a value?
Great deal. So sign your name here. Sign right here. Thank you. In here. All right.
Shout out to Mikey Keith. So what was it? New Babylon Falls? Trash.
Yeah, it looked.
I'm wishy-washy on that one. I don't really know how to
I want to see more, but it didn't look good.
Didn't look great.
I'm like, this Platinum Games just after Scalebound. You know, it's like, just give them the game back. Just let them finish the game. Right?
Why wouldn't you? That's what I'm saying. Like, if you think about, if you Microsoft, that's how you lead the conference. You like, if you Phil Spencer, I'm just like, here's a game everybody loved, they wanted. We kind of dropped the ball on it. I don't want to talk a lot. Here it is, guys, coming out in 2022 in the fall. Scalebound.
Yeah, we're committed. We're committed to. Yeah.
That's what I want. That's the value I want to hear about. That's the but it's
now. See, here's the thing, though. So Phil Spencer would have to eat his own words, which Phil Spencer is adamantly against, because this is what he said about Scalebound, and I quote: "The cancellation was due to the idea that it may not deliver on fans' expectations."
Wow, that's the whole Xbox right there.
The release of it goes on. The release of Scalebound may have been announced too hastily. Isn't that gaming?
Yeah.
Gaming is to initially prompt the want and then to prove that people want it. That is pretty much what gaming is. That sucker gave up on the first jump, the first hurdle. He was like, oh, nah. It was like, no, that hurt too high. So here's how about this? We're gonna lock this away. We're gonna lock this away, and you just go your separate way. And then they went off and did brilliant games.
Yep.
It's like it's just for Xbox this problem, but they just have like, it's almost like they have PTSD. Whenever they think about Xbox, they start making trash games. They're like, what am I supposed to do here? And I was like, you're supposed to make me a game of multiplayer. And they're like, okay, all right, game of multiplayer. What are we gonna call it? They start throwing New Babylon Falls.
Well, I mean, you can't make, but you can't really make but so many multiplayer games anyway. Like that's what I'm saying. Like if you look at co-op and multiplayer, like they there's not but so much you can do with them.
Exactly.
So
Scalebound was dope. Dragons.
It was headed in the right direction, man. It was
Dragons as vehicles. Yeah. You could actually craft your doggone armor after dragons that you destroyed.
Yeah. I mean, now if you maybe Capcom. I mean, like what I'm saying, like maybe Microsoft should have snapped up. God, what's the game used to be called? Lost Planets.
Oh, bro,
all that, man.
Should have bought it.
Yeah, that's co-op. That was cool,
and it was dope.
Yeah.
Like I mean, once again, it's like I think that they're so focused on trying to keep up with the Joneses that they refuse to be creative. you know, in the situation. So Life is Strange. I already told y'all how I feel about Life is Strange.
Yeah,
so
it's not for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you play Life is Strange, you like Batwoman. We can't get along. So I'm just like nah. Every single game to me plays like a CW show, and that ain't good to me. So all I'm expecting is We Are Flash to come out your mouth, and you have been canceled by me.
Those games have like a big fan base, though. I was very shocked about how many people enjoy it.
CW has a big fan base too. They all about dang near matched together. I don't trust you. If you say you like Life is Strange, I don't trust you. That's just my thing. I'm sorry. I just don't. Nope. Ever since the game came out, the people are like, yeah, I like this game. I'm like, you do, you say? Yeah, put their name on the list. Put their name on the list. We ain't vibing with them right now. This is no shade, but some shade. I don't trust you if you play Life is Strange.
I promise you.
Especially, if you say this is your favorite game, I mean, if you play the game you like that, I'll give you a pass. But if you say this is your favorite game, you are a CW person, and you probably like the fact that Barry Allen is a slave, you know, in his own show, and that he can't be Flash without like 95 people helping him. I can't be your friend. I can't be your associate. I don't even want to be in the same room as you.
But it's crazy how weak that version of the Flash is. Hate to go on that tirade. Yeah, it's crazy how weak he is.
When they uttered those words,
yeah. I mean, come on, man.
When they uttered those words, I was like, can you all run at super speed?
Your buddy is the alpha and omega to the DC universe. He begins and restarts timelines.
So if he runs fast, can you catch up with him?
Yeah, I don't.
You cannot. So you're not the Flash. There's only one Flash right here. It's Barry Allen. But that's how when I look at games like this, that same vibe where like it's just, oh, we're gonna talk about our feelings and emotions and that's it. And I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
don't worry about that.
Miss me with this foolishness. Y'all can have it. I'm glad you enjoy it. But if you say this is your favorite game, you like Batwoman, and we got problems. You know what I'm saying? We can't have no casual conversations anymore. So I'm just saying I'm skipping the combo. Final Fantasy Origins. Oh my god.
I need to kill chaos. I have to stop chaos. Chaos. Hey, what's over there? It's probably chaos.
But was I'm gonna kill him. But what we say people apart. I mean, like just it was some of the worst gameplay I've ever seen in game.
What's my man? What was the nice name? God, dude, I forget his name. Gil. I was just gonna call him Gil Thunder or Gilgamesh or whatever.
You're talking about.
Yeah, he's like,
what's his name?
This is nice. He had great armor, you know. And then dude's like, hey, we're looking for this guy. Well, I'm chaos. Yo, who wrote this?
I am chaos. I was like, yo, what the world is going? I mean, literally, I think they said chaos so many times in this trailer, and I think I put this on Facebook. I said, thank God I don't drink, because if I had took the bet and had drank for every time they said chaos, I would need an EMT because this sucker said chaos every 4 seconds. I was like, yo, I think we get the point that you want to defeat chaos. You know what I'm saying? So it was
We're
Jack,
the Warriors of Light. We're the
Jack,
Warriors of Light.
Ash, and Jed. Yeah, like Jack, Ash, and Jed were the name of the main characters. You know, Jack, of course, is the stereotypical buzzsawed, white-haired superhero with the ridiculously oversized sword. You know, so I was like, okay, this does kind of look like Final Fantasy immediately. You know, but I was like, something's not right here. And then I heard your boy like screaming stuff at people when he was killing them. And I was like, wow, this is bad. It was so bad that it felt like that their moments were too long. You know, like when homeboys or Rip was like, yeah, you die now or something like that. I was like, and it kept happening. You know, it wasn't like it stopped. It was every other 4 or 5 seconds with chaos. And then you die now, something like that.
Maybe Chaos owed him money or something like that. Maybe Chaos owed him some money. Like, you know what I'm saying? Man, Chaos owed me $5. I'm going to kill Chaos. It's just like this was all he was doing, man. I'm like, okay, bro, I effing get it. Like, you and Chaos got beat. But we need 3 minutes of this.
I'm really trying to I'm like literally about to watch this trailer because I'm trying to remember Like the trailer was hilarious. I mean, like outside of it's still funny.
Words of light.
All right, let me see. I'm gonna share this with you real quick. Hold up.
Yo, I don't know. Yo, who's in charge of Square right now? Because I need to talk to that person.
That person's gonna tell you, please be excited. That's what that person's gonna tell you.
Please be excited for us.
That's my mission. Looks like chaos has been waiting for us.
You gonna make us go in there and find you?
Guess we'll just show ourselves in.
I only know one thing. I want to kill chaos. We need to. It's not a hope or a dream. It's like a hunger. Thirst. Move aside! You're dust!
You sure chaos is real?
Yeah, they can only squash monsters for so long. I hate doing pest control.
This is the Shrine of Chaos. He's here. We just have to hunt him down. Feel the pain! The darkness is so thick I can taste it. This is it. No doubt. Die already!
Oh my God, yo.
There was a knight who left the same journey as you,
it's so bad.
but never returned. His name was Garland. If you could, I would be grateful if you looked for him.
Chaos.
I'll crush you! Know when you're beaten!
And who are you? We're here to kill chaos.
The prophecy's very own warriors of light.
Real.
He always wore such splendid armor, with a helmet that was terrifying to behold.
It's Garland!
No. I become chaos.
Crazy part is, I normally love stuff like that. Normally, I'm like, man, this is very dramatic, yo. But, you know, after the ninth chaos, I'm like, all right, I'm going to head out. Head out, bro. I have become chaos. I'm going to tell my wife that joke. Tell that joke tomorrow morning. She's like, I love you. I'm chaos.
Chaos.
It's so bad. I mean, like it's so. I was like, it's either the American voiceover, you know. It's like maybe I need to listen to this in Japanese. I mean, like I was like, maybe I need to listen to this in Japanese, and maybe it might feel better. But the American voiceover, this thing is trash.
This ain't doing it, Chief.
Oh my goodness, yo! Your boy said chaos every other second. Chaos.
I'm just gonna go ahead and say it.
Chaos.
Square in this conference was a complete waste of time. I could have been better served. I don't know, doing my classwork or just watching Kamen Rider, which I've been doing. I should have been watching Kamen Rider. Yo,
they ended their show
right now.
Yeah. They ended their show on Final Fantasy Origins like it was some big thing.
Yeah,
they actually this was like Final Fantasy 15 being revealed. This was what they treated this as.
Oh.
This is the worst E3. This is the worst E3 ever.
I have not had an E3 ever. Yeah, this is E3 situation. Ubisoft is like not even worth talking about. The you know what I'm saying? Like we said it offline, but we'll say it real quick. You know, Ubisoft pretty much just has a fetish with not doing work.
I think honestly, probably the best game I've seen all E3 is Elden Rings.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Elden Ring. Yeah, that's game of show right now.
That's probably the best game I've seen is Elden Rings.
Agreed.
Game of show.
You know, so yeah, and once again, like we still don't have a full premise on what's going on. Not exactly. You know, but that's no shade. I'm just like they
that's just Dark Souls.
It's Dark Souls. You know, like anything in the Soul series, don't look for a story. The you know, so but I was like, okay, at least we get the gist of what you're trying to do with this, but this has been like almost one of the most wasted spaces of time I've seen in gaming.
Well, you know why? You know, because Sony's not there. I mean, you know, Nintendo, Capcom's tomorrow, and Nintendo's Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's and to be honest with you, for the last 7-8 years, it's been that way. Sony don't show up. I mean, really just
pack it up.
Just pack it up.
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah. I mean, and like what they probably gonna do this week, like they probably gonna hit you like by Monday, Tuesday. They're gonna start dropping a bunch of trailers, and that's gonna be the E3. They're like, well, we don't really need an E3. We just need to drop what we want you to see. And I honestly believe that that's the best business practice for right now. You don't need E3. E3 is dead to me. You know, like it's almost like it's surviving just off the name E3. It does not have any weight anymore. Like it's just yeah. So I mean, what would you grade this situation like so far? We're at halftime now. It's like
as a whole. So far,
F
minus.
We got F minus at halftime.
F minus.
We got 2 more days of this.
F minus.
I'm gonna ride with that too.
At best, they can hope for is a C, and that's only if they release on the Enders 3. Only.
Oh,
we talking about the whole conference?
Yes.
Oh, they're like a D. You know, like it's something to watch. So if I watch it, you know what I'm saying, it's gaming is something to watch.
Yo, that's almost worse than giving it an F, man. Goodness gracious.
I mean,
I got nothing else to do.
Well, right. I'm off work, and it's like, let's do this gaming. So why not watch it? Like, you know, I mean, like I seen like overall, I saw some games. I saw Elden Rings. I'm trying to think the Ubisoft. So they show Avatar, you know.
Yeah.
You know, Microsoft showed a couple games. Like I said, I like the what was it? Replaced? What was it getting called? Replaced?
Replaced. I think for me, Replaced was Replaced was really good. And Forza.
Like you had nothing bad to say about Forza.
Yeah, Replacing Forza like really did do like to me gave that show some extra gravity. But outside of that,
no.
Everything else on that show is predictable. Everything else.
Square thing. I kind of gave Square some what's the word? Some leeway, because like a month ago they showed Endwalker, and then they came back and they put out the Luffy DLC a couple of days ago. And then I figure if Sony is gonna have something, then 16 is gonna show up there.
That's right.
You know,
that's true.
Or Forspoken. So it's like they probably had their hands tied where, you know, we just saw Forspoken in 16, then the story might be a little bit different. But, you know, so they, you know, it's kind of iffy with them. Capcom, we'll see tomorrow. You know, and I think by the end of the show, Nintendo's gonna steal the show.
Oh yeah, facts. Nintendo gonna come out swinging, bro. I mean, like that's a fact. I mean, it's like, you know, they don't really have to do Nintendo Direct at E3. That means they wanted to. So that means they want to do something. So, you know, but for me, I give the show an F. I mean, like for the premise of that, that to me, it feels like I watched the same game 20 times while I watched this goddamn E3 presentation over the past couple of days. I feel like I watched the exact same games 20 different times on multiple different studios. I was like, what am I doing right now? Like it felt like I say it was a Fortnite clone. If it wasn't a Fortnite clone, it was a Souls clone. That's for everything looked like something like that. And I was like, this has gotten to the point we're at critical mass where they just don't care. They're like, they won't pay attention to it. That's pretty much where they at. They're like, it's a game, it's a video game. They'll like it because it's a video game. We hit critical mass. This is the worst thing you can say about video games as a developer, that they don't like it because it looks like such and such. It's circular logic in gaming. You know, so yeah, but I will give props to Forza Horizon. I think Playground will be the last bastion for Xbox.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? I think they'll go further than most people when it comes to if Microsoft folds, Playground got a future. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, with Square don't get no leeway from me. Because even if they didn't have Final Fantasy 15 and Final Fantasy 16 and Forspoken, they didn't have to force Guardians of the Galaxy on us like that. They really didn't. I was like, you could have done a better presentation on Guardians of the Galaxy. I felt like they were like hurting me. We go in
looks like cheaply made. Like
it's cheaply made.
It's cheap. Yeah, no, I'm saying
it look cheap, man.
It's cheap. No, I'm saying it looks like a Fortnite clone. Like I mean, like literally the best analogy I can give you for this is Spaceballs. When them guys caught the people that they thought was original people, and the guy was like, "You freaking idiots! You caught the stunt doubles." That's exactly how I felt. That's exactly how I felt looking at this. I was like, "This is not Guardians of the Galaxy. What is this?" But yeah, that's a. And like I said, WB didn't exist apparently, so PC just skipped over them. I just we just got that one game from the cast that did Left 4 Dead 3, and that was Left 4 Dead, and it was like, here's this game, and I'm like, we got 20-30 minutes of that, and I was like, that's it.
We had the mercy, dude. I was telling people, like, not in a bad way, but it's like I just see the industry going back to Nintendo and Sony. I just see like that's maybe when they go back that way, somebody else will step in. You might get another company. Since I think when Microsoft bows out, you might see somebody else try to slide back in.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to just go back to the generation where it's just more or less Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like fire isn't always bad. Fire isn't always bad. If you look at what goes on in California, sometimes the redwoods have to actually, burn.
Yeah.
And, for things to be reset, for things to change, and for things to go back to what they were before. The whole industry needs a complete reset.
Yeah.
The only way for it to reset is a lot of the money's gotta flow out the other way. Because gaming is still big business. These companies still generate billions of dollars. Until the money like drops, man, significantly, we're still gonna get this, but it needs to be reset. Unfortunately, you just can't hit a button and do it.
Nope.
Armageddon's got to happen in its own way. Armageddon's got to happen. Like, we got to be, like you said, we got to get to a point where we're reduced to 2 studios where all the big guys fail. Then they're forced to regroup and change. But I don't see that happening for the next, 10 years.
No, we still got time because these cats got lots of money. And they also got lots of streams of money. So they'll sacrifice as many people as they got to stay alive.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and now saying like right now, from what we are right now in gaming, unless the gamer changes, this same foolishness is gonna keep coming out. Because right now I feel like I can't so I'm gonna end with this. I asked the question on social media. I said, why are zombies still a thing? And I wanted some honest answers from people, right? And what I only got one honest answer. Was a phenomenal answer. The guy actually went into high depth and was like, nah, this is the reason why I do believe that people like the zombie situation. And I was like, then I got one person that said, oh yeah, I like zombies because I've always liked zombies. I said, that's not an answer.
Yeah.
Tell me why you like zombies. And she's like, I can't really tell you why. I'm like, thank you for your honesty. This is pretty much what gaming has done to people. They have made it to where people can't even critically think about what they like no more.
No.
They can't even tell you why they like stuff. They just like it because it's something they've always been doing. I'm like,
they've always been doing it. You are correct, sir.
I'm like, that's not how we were raised in gaming. You could tell a person why you like Chrono Trigger, why you like Sweet Cowden. You could tell a person why you like Indigo Prophecy. You could tell somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this game's about this. And you're like, oh, okay, bet. We're like at a point now where because it's so cool to just do stuff, and people are just doing stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. So, final thoughts from y'all, and we done so.
Yeah, I think that wrapped it up for me.
I just my bad, Bobby.
You go ahead.
I just don't like the way things are headed right now. As far as a whole, maybe I don't know. Maybe we're just relics, man. We all getting older every year. Maybe we're part of the problem. We don't realize it. But as it currently stands, man, I don't like the way things are moving and progressing. E3, this is just a symptom of the disease that we're facing. It's the first time in a long time where I can look at a holiday season and say I don't have to buy any of these games.
Yeah.
I don't have to buy any of these. Nothing. I'm not pressed on any of these. Not pressed. Yeah. So we'll see how it goes, man. I gave my beginning grade. I'm gonna give it an F. I'm not gonna say F minus. All right, that's just harsh. All right, so I'm gonna give it an F though. So it's got some improvement to do.
Yeah, so it averaged out between the three of us as an F.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like just I wish, you know, and people gonna say we hate, and I'm like, you don't understand how much we love gaming. You do not understand how much we love them. We just get the system. We worked in the system for more than a decade, each one of us a piece in different places. And it's like you see the symptoms. When we saw Cyberpunk fail, that should have been your warning. That should have been your warning shot right there that something's wrong.
Yeah, should have been your warning.
Yeah, I was thinking like before I even came into the podcast, I guess this would be my ending thing. That I kind of came, you know, I was sitting there eating with Toya, and I was just like, you know, I was thinking, I was like, you know, I said, even if this keeps on, because like when I looked at Microsoft's conference, and then I read and watched some guys talk about it and stuff, then I was like, now, you know, and me being more on the Sony side of things at the moment, I was just like, you know, well, maybe it's just two different sides of gaming now. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like music almost, like, where you got the pop side of hip hop and you got the hip hop. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times people will say, well, Bobby, you still listen to hip hop is trash. I'm like, you know, the hip hop you listen to is trash. You know what I'm saying? The hip hop I still listen to is not, because I'm, you know, because like what you're talking about is like Meg Thee Stallion and stuff. Mm-hmm. That's what to you, this is hip hop. To me, that's not. So
that's not hip hop. Yeah.
My playlist sounds completely different.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So to me, you know, I'm still listening to the core values of what hip hop was. You know, these guys may not sell a lot, but still it's in the same vein. And I kind of look at gaming that way, where it's like, you know, just a couple of days ago, I bought Ratchet and Clank, and then a couple months earlier, I bought Returnal, which I thought was fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, and Horizon Zero Dawn looks well. So to me, that's gaming. You know, that's gaming to me. Like just having different experiences, stories, stuff you remember to talk about, and things like that. So I'm not knocking multiplayer, because I mean, I love multiplayer too. I play my fair share of it, but it's just like, you know, if you watch Microsoft conference, and this is coming from a guy who, like I said, owned a 360 going into Xbox One, and I bring the same thing back up. Like during their first presentation, they actually showed, you know, Titanfall, Dead Rising 3, Rise Son of Rome. They showed Halo. Oh, they showed Fable, because I remember Fable was already to come out, so they showed Fable and just ended up scrapping it.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, that's even more Xbox than what we got from Xbox now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like even that Xbox was trying.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, now what we just have is like, you know, looks like what's left over. Like it's just diehard Xbox guys that just gonna ride to the end with Xbox, regardless of whatever direction they go in. So yeah, excellent thing to say. Like to close this bad boy out, because if they don't get their act together, you know what I'm saying, we will watch another Dreamcast situation happen where somebody just kind of swoops in and probably buys out whatever that's left of the carcass. When Microsoft's like, you know what, we ain't putting no more funds in this. And then that's a possibility.
It's a possibility
that could actually happen. People's like, oh, it can't happen. It can happen. I don't care how much money you spent. Remember, the Sega on Saturn was $800 almost at its time.
Mm-hmm.
What happened with Xbox Series X? These things is not coincidence, bro. We watching this thing almost like in Technicolor, happening the same way. Then you got the Dreamcast, is like one of the dopest. I will give them props. One of the dopest consoles to drop was a Dreamcast. I will give the Series X props. It is a dope concept. Once again, flawed execution. And we are sitting here looking at you like you got all this goddamn power, all these abilities, and you still can't give me nothing to show for it.
Oh,
that's it.
Yeah, but that's enough for now. So that's enough. You know, until then, solve those enigmas. Don't leave them unsolved. This is a goddamn enigma. Because I can't. I don't got no answers. Well, you know, let me stop. Go ahead and plug yourselves, then we'll close, and then do your thing.
All right, guys, your boy Steels Forever, aka the King of Geeks. You can catch me on youtube.com/Steels, STEELZ 4 ever EVER. Later.
All right, this is Matthew, one half of Geek Syndrome. Be sure to catch our podcast on all major platforms, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, wherever that you may listen. We also have the YouTube channel up and running where I have reviewed a few games, so please check that out. That's going to be a Geek Syndrome on YouTube as well. Thank you.
Awesome. And we are Dunny. Solve those enigmas. Don't leave them unsolved.